It is very easy for anyone to say cut, cabinet and all of that, which is fine. But we have been cutting, even in the austerity budgets that have been implemented. This cutting have been going on. I mean, the cutting will not be new, except that in the GNU we have seen the increase of cabinet, which the intended goal was to decrease the numbers of cabinet members. I was in government. Ministers have been affected by this cut. Blue lights is not money, it's cars. Blue light is just a traffic control measure, and it must not be abused. In government, when I left, government had cut on the expenditure of cars. Ministers used to drive cars in the range of 1 million. It was cut to 500,000, and so on. Packs like what you call credit cards were taken away probably 15 years ago, and they are not there. Flying arrangement, ministers are flying economy. That was cut as well from flying business locally, domestically. You only fly business international. They were cut from first class to business. Also, if you fly for 10 hours, your supporting staff in terms of numbers of international trips, where you find that departmental staff were flying up and down to different meetings, that was cut. Ministers only approve the most important trips internationally. In terms of household, ministers were not paying. Now, if you own 2 properties, Pretoria and Cape Town, you pay part of where you stay. So these packs people are making noise about, ministers are on a gravy train and all of that. That's not the case. I was there, I saw it myself, and I was traveling economy when I was Minister of Transport. I didn't have a credit card. And the house I was staying in Cape Town was paid for. I didn't have a house in Pretoria. I was staying in my own property in Johannesburg. So this thing of gravy train, the car I was driving was less than $1 million in government that I was driving. Probably the R1 million car that I'm driving is in the ANC. That's where the gravy train is. But when I was minister in government, I didn't, except when I was Minister of Police. And equally, that was the police budget. But most ministers, they had to negotiate backwards because safety for people driving long distances and all of that with these government cars, doing government work, all those considerations. From the days of the late Tito Mboweni, when he was wearing those shoes, people did not understand. What do those shoes communicate? They were communicating one thing, that we're in a difficult period economically, and our expenditure in terms of government, particularly on things like those, we must not want to live, in a particular state, whereas we're saying everybody must sacrifice.